We're going to work on the mean absolute deviation, which is basically finding out how far away from the average something is. So in statistics, there's something called the standard deviation, and it's a really very useful thing when you're talking about how well something is produced and you're looking to see if it is within a certain range of acceptable levels. So with the mean, right at the beginning, the mean set of data is the average. So we're going to look at this set of data that's here first, and it says how many siblings do you have? Record how to find the average. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is just looking at how do you find average. So we have 3 people with 0 siblings. So we're going to say 0 plus 0 plus 0. And then all of these, there's 3 people with 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 people with 2. 2 plus 2 plus 1 with 3. So we add a 3. 1 with 4. Oh, I got to go to the next line. And then 2 with 5. So plus 5 plus 5. We get that total, which is 21. And we're going to divide that total by the total number that there are. So we look at all these dots. There's 1 dot, 2 dots, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we're going to divide this 21 by 12 to get an average or mean. And it's 1.75. So that 1.75 is now going to get used to find this the mean absolute deviation. So we're going to go ahead and scroll on up. So that same information that we just looked at, we are now going to set this up. And when you do your homework today, there's going to be some tables pre-designed for you to start off with. But what I want you to think about is looking at that set of data. So we have our data points. And then we're going to find the difference between the data point and the mean. So if the data was 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and then I'm going to continue over here, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Well, we found out that that mean was 1.75, so we're going to subtract. 0 minus 1.75 is going to be 1.75. Same thing here. Sorry, it's going to be negative 1.75. And we're going to get the same thing here. And now 1 minus 1.75 is going to give me negative 0.75. And then I'm going to get the same thing 2 more times in a row. Then I'm going to subtract from 2. Whoops. And my solution is going to be positive 0.25. And I'm going to get the same thing again, positive 0.25. Now I'm going to subtract 1.75 from 3. And I'm going to get 1.25. Same thing from 4, which I'm going to get 2.75, or 2.25. And subtracting from 5, we're going to get 3.25. And we're going to get the same thing for the last 5. Okay, now at this point, we have to think in terms of the absolute value. So absolute value is the distance that something is from 1. So all of these negatives, we're going to take the positive value of them because distance is always positive. So we have 1.75 3 times plus 0.75 3 times and 0.25 twice and 1.25, 2.25, and 3.25 twice. We get that total of 18, and then we have to divide it by how many data points there are, which was 12. And when we take 18, we divide it by 12, we get 1.5, which is our solution, the mean absolute deviation. So that's how far the average is away from the mean. So now we're going to move on. Okay, here's the data. And with this data, I want you to try it on your own. And then I want you to revisit this video. So pause it right now, and then you're going to come back to it after you've tried this and see if you got it right. All right, we'll see you back in just a moment. All right, welcome back. I hope that you did a nice job. I'm sure you did if you paid attention to the first half. So now that you're back, I have done the math myself. So the very first thing that I did is I took the sum right here of this set of data. And that sum, which means adding them all up, was 60. And I took 60 divided by how many items that were here, which was 10. So 60 divided by 10 equals a mean of 6. So now that I have that mean of 6, I went ahead and I found the differences between each set of this data and the mean. So 3 minus 6 is negative 3. 12 minus 6 is 6, 18 minus 6 is 12, and so on down the line all the way through the set of data. Then remember, we're going to take the absolute value of each of those numbers. So negative 3, we're just going to consider it 3, positive 6 is 6, 12 is 12, 0, and so on. And we're going to get the sum of all of those differences. And the sum of all those differences, I got 38. And then we count up how many differences there were, which was 10. So 38 divided by 10 is 3.8, and that is the mean absolute deviation, or the MAD. All right, now it's your turn. I think you're going to do a fabulous job today. Have fun, and we'll see you soon. Bye.